my name's Andrea DeMink, and I'm the Executive Director with the PourHouse here in Indianapolis.
My name is Chad Riddle. I'm the Outreach Coordinator for the PourHouse here in Indy.
Well, I started being in relationship with people who were homeless about 13 years ago, and just came out. I was working as a temp in a building right across the circle, and came out and saw a guy digging for food in a trash can, and just it really struck me that here I was coming out to figure out, what I wanted to eat for lunch, and his only choice is what people had left behind after they ate lunch. So I went over and introduced myself to him. His name is Tom, and just started talking to him, and he was a severe paranoid schizophrenic who did not take medication, and so the conversations were always very colorful and interesting. But what I realized is that he was a person just like me, who had dreams for his life, who had a family, who had a story, who had a name, all of those things. And so I really challenged my own prejudices or stereotypes really that I had built up that I didn't even realize existed of somebody who was in a homeless situation. About 6 years ago, I started serving with other organizations in the city, and served with faith-based, non-faith-based, anti-faith-based, the whole gamut of things, and just really realized that although they all fill a valid need in our community, for me, I really wanted to know people. I wanted to know their names. I wanted to know their stories. I wanted to know, all about them. I really wanted to know, who they were as people, and I felt like if I didn't know who they were, how could I really help them to move forward with what they wanted to do in life? So I started coming down to Monument Circle, which is actually in the spot that's right behind us here, and brought down, it was summertime, brought a freezer bag full of the Mr. Freeze popsicles where you cut the ends off with the scissors. So it's just me with a freezer bag of popsicles and a pair of scissors, and I just kind of hung out. And guys who were staying out in the street just kind of started gathering. It was like, the field of dreams, if you build it, they'll come kind of thing. And so we started just sitting down and talking about the cars going by and the news and the weather and just life and spending time together. And from that, the PourHouse grew to be what it is today. We've been a 501c3 organization for about 4.5 years now, and now we meet twice a week on Monument Circle, about 250 people a night, so it's pretty packed and growing, as the economy declines. But we really look at it as a community gathering time. So we bring down food, we serve 250 sack lunches, and coffee is a big thing, and we bring clothing and stuff, but really just use it as time to build relationships and say, okay, what's the next step you want to take with your life, and how can we help you take that? And that's really our agenda, it's just to be in relationship with them, and instead of us saying, I have a wonderful plan for your life, saying, what's your plan for your life, and how can we help you, to take those steps to accomplish that. We serve at least, when it's warm out here, we serve at least 250 plus unique individuals a week. And then you have sort of the core group that are here, and then others that rotate through. Thousands. As I realized they were no different than me. There's no reason to be fearful. Certainly you're cautious, appropriately cautious in some situations, but this is just another person. I can do this. All I'm doing is taking one person at a time and saying to them, how can I help you? And then I do what I can do to help you. And then I build that relationship. It's not just about giving, it's a give and take, it's a real relationship. And so I think just having that view, as well as not having a wonderful plan for someone's life, not expecting them or their life to look like what I think it should. The goal is only relationship, that it's doable. It's doable for anyone. I started to realize that in order for us to be the most effective for the people that we are in relationship with, we needed to kind of become official. Board members, I think that I asked one of our board members to be a board member. Other than that, our board members have come to me and asked to be a part of the organization, which is pretty cool. You always have that challenge of feeling that growth growth is going to happen. But just always having that tug of war between wanting to maintain the original vision and not get fixed on growing or needing to have a building or whatever, because we're all street outreach. We're not in a building or anything. So when it's 10 below and freezing your hand off, I mean, we're out here for hours on end, But really wanting people to focus on, when you were little, what did you want to be when you grew up? What are those dreams and hopes and visions that you had for your life? You can still be that, or you can still pursue those things. And so for them really to find the potential and the gifts that they have inside of themselves and to focus on that, and for hope to grow out of that place and for that to be reflected in their life. And that's the thing that we found. You find that nugget in that person. Let's not focus on what you're doing wrong. What is it that you do right? What is amazing about you? Let's talk about that thing. We're at a point, as I'm sure everybody is, that we really need financial support. We do not receive federal grants because we found that a lot of times you have to change your vision for money. We're not willing to do that. So we're all privately funded, and we'd love financial contributions. If you want to send us cases of water, we would appreciate that too.
My story starts a long time ago. It's that I was raised by my grandmother, and there was a lot of dysfunction there. I chose to pick up alcohol, through some influence in my life, and that became a problem, throughout my life. I ran into alcohol again, which led to complete destruction. I took a drink and ran away from my family. I wound up on the streets, and I spent like 4 years out here on the streets. I went from state to state, and came here to Indianapolis, and that's where I actually met Andrea and the PourHouse. To death, really, because on my own, I didn't know how to stop, or to receive help, I needed somebody to lift me up and guide me that way, and from that day, it's like she instilled some, just some precious things in my heart that encouraged me, and I believe led me to where I'm at today. It's been quite a journey, just from sincere words week after week when I would come down here and get food from her and talk with her. It was just nice to get out of the street life and come down here on the circle and be able to have have a friend to talk to, someone who somewhat understood us, and it was like a breath of fresh air for me, really. And today I have the opportunity to come down here and serve others. Some of the guys that I slept near, some of the guys that I drank with out here on the street, which is amazing. But I have the opportunity to be an example that, we all don't have to, just jump off. This isn't the jumping off point, that there is hope, and that we're here sincerely to be a friend to you, which is most important, to have that relationship with people, so that's a big deal for me today. I know I just can't go knock on the door and say, I'm home and everything's gonna be okay, but it's okay with me today, because it's like a living amends right now what I'm doing, because I'm living my life as God had intended, and I believe that door will be open, and I still pursue that. So I'm from Fort Wayne, Indiana. The Christian, my son just turned 8, and to be honest, she is 5, will be 5, May 31st. So.
I feel like the richest person in the world, I know the most wonderful people. Material things really lose their significance, you see the heart of people and you see hope, and people who have nothing to give themselves, and you find that that's enough. I'll never be the same. I'm ruined in a really good way. I'm ruined in a really good way. Our tagline is, "My name is not homeless," and that's our goal. Yeah, it's like, I'm not identified by my housing status or situation. I have a name, I have a story, I have value. So